Pishiba, the Pilgrim Madison, I saw I might be because yes, and you come on car for over 2 years. Now, when you go pony, now back to pump or Pabama pony, yellow. Name for Shabba Bengi, the name for Tamsa, the name for Gahanda, Kabi Ghana, Mpona Ponkana, Palat Benkala Choma. Bekala tuma bemal tuma nama katuma betuma nama karena karmalia ama belehla tishiwa ma karena amfani enti Dagbon dezo oderen tahaleka beto kona pon kanama dezo I cannot lehe temale tijilmala Northern Regional Minister William Moore Mula Pangala Pana of Northern Ghana Kwa Oyi Chicago na To Tishimo Puri Telamale Mama Kabona Ba to yell the Kakban catch a role model Muninya na Bapra Pishigu-Lana To I like to live Pishigu-Lana Puria Tamale na Bakpem Kari-Naa To Can I check ba Kari-Naa Onu patuzo kati benyango kati tango pam Muninya Mr. Muhammad Don't Mr. Muhammad Amala Nyab Shabban Bonswangdo Oto Botama Kachokuto Beshel Kam Dezo Nya Andani na Onzo na kwa I like the baggy To Teza habiale Then mom the board of the board of the young widows Now what you that's what you have a while now that I live Jima Pune Tamalate te zalgo jura nama when sablo benum zo ka sablo dem ko zo ko zaya be salga be ka salga dem ko zo ko zaya Dagbon za the Northern Region za zo ko zaya the zo nya te salga MP mo the bank na salga north right okay so there's all like nigel ma mbian dargale pam there's all ya wala de ko to jiri ma ka adwa karapure there's all to te bwana wonzo dan ka zo kan yam bole mbia mawiya Alhaji mawiya ko kanata na adwa tete
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم نوانا ونيم تسوغو نوانا ونزم تنمو نوانا ونزم وبلبو بلتي كوي كتبكلا دوا تيم على المناول بعد الشري لنكمله بمعنى Damba denda garla denda wannade de suhkel ra kazan bosse rafiala kada kazan bosse kada palatra nyala tinno palatra pala tukumanaw daiman tijipune tra pala nawal donda chaka Damba mara chonge yala shamma rozo katiyam pa manawal fa arso لما ممكن يلي ويطوع على القرآن الكوني لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد نرينو وزعم والنعمة زعمتي يبجري لما يسرع يقول الشام كبع الناولي تلو ينبهي للنعمة هاي يبسوه القول إن يلقوا بني وعنس كرندي بعد وانا وني ما شلونتا مركالن موسى مغنا سونا ونه لو فهم على النيو وننار كوله لو فهمني تو بمعنى النعمه كتبي زوجة سلامة وتتنيا بلو عن له تتعالى في قدام بلهدي إننا إمبات كتل حورا الحمد لله على ذلك تبعنا ولي mana woni paabo fuliyaha danya adwa jiwati yam kile mana woni katmal kina bi zatillahi tiyaname nan mana woni so mana woni te jiwa tabata mana woni te katare famba bayam ta zama mana woni katare jiwa ma ban nyala la'anbai tawyurna من العمدي لوانا ونوم تركتره لوانا ونوم تركتره تكتوجن لرجيم وكبسونا وانت دبام لوانا وني نوم سودو نوم دبام لوانا ونتم تسودو دبام donc kan tabra malaika sudo ma chalbe yaranga lوانا onsonga tamal pam kababe ya tukto upahyaye adwa kam kabo wala tapamba yuya rozo ndayana wana wala dorso jafare wana wala fahmo sudu wana wala namal barkanam wana mbanane ko kalba arzaha da ban zaha na wana wana albarkanam wana mbanane wana wana albarkanam bajifune barakam kabiyam badiyan sonda ba wana songa wana songa Johnny the Congo Ankana Nepotide Ngwa Damba Sonte par exemple yon polo zalon komna Nepotide Jazawami Nwana Onunga Katare Nwana Onsonga Nwana Ontumba Kanunga Malala Tumi Babam Bikyomo Nete Dabambana the Pamba Bambiare Nwana On Dante Hara Zayunga wana wani songate nabarko wana wani songate bismillahir rahmanir rahim Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard man zal ladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi idhnihi ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa la yuhituna bi shay'in min ilmihi illa bima sha'a wasi'a kursiyyuhu as-samawati wal ard ولا يؤده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما هلك ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس والله يعصمك من الناس. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. والسلام عليكم.
banza hache bituma kakara ne bata sonka tiji mu makare jini to ya mangle ai tiye sanga handa bitu ya ni sambu ba bam tiye no mo shaba to rozo tere yume ne te pile to so kan ko yise mbolo yule ka yelo nyeso ka to kule liam de kar chan zantiti to rozo tum pile ki
ma wala ro yulo ngo Ibrahim Basha yila zamzo ya zo kan ni
Graças a Deus, engenheiro, menina do processo, menino de lei.
Assalamu alaikum. Ngulum bone eh, nan. Sheikh Suleiman. Gala tamal na wishana.
Assalamu alaikum. Ngulum bone Rafia. Gala kaisa.
Ngilo ngono Muhammad ila le tongo nayo
William Bondi Nazir Muntaka Bajil Pro Mela Sabal Kamayil Pronya Busha Ama Kumaka Dagbon Macam dia Pennsylvania Mereka Dr. Amte
Grace Hampton Mintup, State College, Pennsylvania.
Yun muna Ilyasu, ilang babawas na yun sa ako. Kaya ngayon pala ko yun ni Sani.
Alhassan, ibn Abu Bakar Sadiq Alhassan. Iya bukan, mana ini bisa lain.
So, ibn Abu Bakar bamor wasmani bayi ni la nyam pala nasana ru kama yile ni suana ya
ali so ibn Bone Shamsuddin Muhammad amba yitamai beta mayi proni gila na amba yele ni tia
Angola ibn Bone Sadat Idrisu bayi nya de kumbo kama yi de Dagbon fond la mo desi
bayi polonya dang toloro
Anong wala? Ingil ko ni Idrisu so kami na wala dala kamar kan ila
anula ngilum bonda Abdulaziz ingila sa'naru men ba'na yun ka shama limam lew musliman bamba.
My name is Edward Hunu from Ghana.
Alhamdulillah, ini mau Alhassan tia, Kari-Naa.
anula yamlo Jula Abdel Ganyu kayi tamal Dagbon fond
Anula Bayula Abdul Ganyu Majida na
Assalamu alaikum. Ngulum bone Abdulai Alhassan sabu kan ni.
Anula, William Ibrahim, Kari-Naa na mama yun niya di karga.
Anula Ngulum Muzamil Ababu na ko na
You know, born out of my food, lower Shaibu. You know, Mohammed, can you know?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Alhassan.
You know this, Tamara. You know, born Surapa. You know,
Andola, and you like this Zabzero.
Andola, you like Shaibu, and you like Tuana. My name is Nyab. I'm from Damba. And you don't go there, as you like.
Born Aisha, you like Naya.
Aisha, you like Naya, Americana, Damba.
Andola, you don't go to Smack, and you tell me, Naya put a mile put him there, Naya can.
You find a Tamako, Taman. You say now, Taman.
Someone there, I'm Saki Ghana.
I know what you've been through. You like China. I know what you know, wish that I left there.
Omar.
Nearly Khadija.
Anu mula sama. Ingulum bone Aisha tu. Kayi tamalna sabun kuri yere.
Anu mula sama. Ingul Haruna ila tamalna sabun kuri yere.
No, nabi yere. Osman nabi yere.
Oh, Osman.
Ingul Osman, Ingul Naya.
Ingul Kari, Ingul tamalna.
Ingul Rashid, Ingul tamalna sabon kuri yere.
My name is Terry Ahmed. I'm from Flint, Michigan, but I've been to Ghana 3 times. That's all right.
Anula, Ingul Ahmed, Ingul tamalna sabon kuri yere.
To pumpon to player le go maka don me sahama di kera ya male te emsima wo yele te samu woni yen no shaba mo me kul bolla biya pumpon ma di trende te kanga so ben benzi za shi shari da banko to ya male ti am pilla na batyon karna woni ji so sunu ma to Onyara nomboso ozarmani sheda bangchang tore ojene da ban lab nyanga dan zo ni nyinde yiboro to nyimbo bolo shapulu da ban yan chang tore to aboro ni mana anyo to me na nyara nomboso mo da bamba solo benne to ronzo ngana on tabume onam ngana on pambo so so to mun pa yiya na ba pre Pishigu-Lana to na ba professional atiye yo ye to anti ha jani ne tiki don mangurin karati ya ne tunda ya be yisir na tisha da bon ka to bon lesson saba sin sama da yin lur mara ka tindir la kawum da yasin to zuwa ka da ban to na yar le jira ko poti no yin yisi bezane ka da ban bi pawa da ci ba ka lan dirsin saba to zuwa la shirma ne ko to shi ne pahla kam ye ko shir noji da tuma ne bi ba su wakar fago su wani tsoron zo da tuyani ta za hake jama kan yi sun tumso wani ko social chain ma su cin bin yale to zuwa duniya ma bai da tame sun bilan kira karfala lauren biyar kune to da dan mai hapun yi su kwa a bagi na kyan lagwar la'o a kyan na tubo karful yima torozo to bob ma da fana kake da fana bela yin torozo ma bi da dam da jin kira abul zala yul bon lore akuto nya so ka bul yul lore da kane bo bon la zala yul lore tuma torozo tinya zang tip to bo ma tun shele Dinka na ba Repositioning yi Suzanne. Little Laura Daglan Paldi, you are to put some near Toronzo, or Caramano to social teams and the bank chamtoni, Toronto number. Tamadin Shamyala, Bakandoma, be Shempal and Diana Yiva. Never cana Mutipaka, Yahuma Karamtoni. Toronzo Mabi, Intihazahani, you sit up and but one may I really think she Sharmoma. The you are pump cutting yellow Asia. The Lashima, the poor woman to Pam Yugi. Can one out in the Yuko at the Chilla, but Toronzo Mabi, Panya, a long mark of Nuta fire. No, my unit, Karama, you need to be more. Bibi Ma, Tiba Pantama, Catalanda, Cavignat Taban, whatever, Kazulima, Yagra, when teaching long. You to go, maybe the law. Toronzo went out song by the Coco. Someone Parupunilla, the Honorable Alhaji, the Northern Regional Minister. Obaza Hakol and the Ponkara, and Diana Tumba Punyo. No Kana to Basonti, Kajima Jinvia Yanga. To a man over Yella number so Tia or Pessan Zanti, no Kamjiki. So coming and yellow here to our Yermani, so Toronzo Solomon Ranchakers and Sonka, Tichantone. No Pariela, Tiamolana, North America, Dagbon, Alhaji Mahmer Umba. For Obazaha, Tia and Yellow to Abiawan and Day, Gummy, Ayuli, wouldn't Kana or I so come. Nishiolan that Bamba Katichana Kabatraka and Dagbon Yakazuja Sosa. Rosan Yapu, you know, well, Mapune, come on, Yap, Repositioning is Shamba. No one Mapule Yara. Or you see no one being Palingo, or Zamichan to your radio station over Sani, Kalan Dwell and Tioza TV. Zuma Dabson White TV man, a teacher to your Dagbon Loma, in charge of doing Yasa. To Zuma TV station man, Jamaica Dagbon is Ashi. Don't you push him a catella, come one say, to Zunam station. Toronzo Mabi, don't also share Mama, Tamir Sonti. There's one man song. Zari do me, didn't song that take to be young Michael and when now Pahan Yavale, and when now Yellow Lake. Top, the Lampanyala and Lampanyala, Saga North MP. Ubaza Hanyala, Sasha Bankana, a notice song Kashima Jini. Toronzo Shama, Adam Muraji and two now my bishop Pulu, Kabian Lang, Kacha to Makayisana. Intiha Assam Union Manasa. So MP, now the Pazo song. Now the Chika Akuma Pulis. One Paris on Yala, Chicago Pana, Bonum Young Sodo Namba, Dr. Habiba say. Yamare, Yelly Kuchena, the Yaman Parliament Yanga. To Kome is not Zane, she power Chantoni. Toronzo Jishon Poma, Luna San Muyanga. To Mubarapuni Yala Tizaha Yava, Yava and Dane. Yamale Tizaya and Barayava and Dane, to the Sorrow Bono Solona. No Yamuna or Jinja Sule. I may yelly Kuzan Kajant to Pine Yava, to Yimini, Yella de Baika and Pombali. Abukatamale and Mami, Ulaza Hankal and Liaka Isi. Toronzo, Mena Tumala Fi, Mena Uni, Blessing Ojavle, Mena Unza Musashi Son. One point to be no yet to a walla, two partial woman, Tihanizam TMC. Uzam TV, the young the Gambana, will use not to finish Imabai. To MC, similar.
Dime sur la pareille noté Alhaji Alléluia Kama.
Tlem bihe. To mbane na yu ne tza yis zane. Den jege ne tza yis zane ma tan zo son pam. Zo son male nyela wula. Na Bakpem Kari-Naa ike ban shakam kakana notin yatin beshi zo sumba domin mun kamin nam ye toga Dagbon nam ye toga kami dun dol shem kana Bakpem Kari-Naa ti kana ke yana ti no kana tin yatim beshem ko kana no tin yatim beshem zuxon ba zuxon shelten la mal nyala izami na ba Pishigu-Lana sahakul kan piel fuba so kam ta to maganda zon de land zon de ke zon de utamal nomboro na nomboro akra nomboro ale asha de hinamalo mukro buka otike bin shakam kai ni sho kana tinye tanga hanu bulo do kana tinye bin sha no zan yin bulo bomma reto ne kende zan wote dan zo kai ne kama tare su zan pa no be yala the original minister for Japan Shakam, they don't go find a tinny temptation. When the young man, Napal, J.P. Maria, or be yellow when you shall not so good, and the lawyer will let them. Come and I go come out for people. Na Bakpem Kari-Naa wa yila yerso ka yinai zo de te mina che yam ni yerso ko to ma bi sama pun chambia yelu zo war pa ni na da ni yala mo no targa yelu ka che yala pampe na mo no le amani yele yeto ashele biel fo kan play ya to be hatan dan non program la na ban tuma min su pita mai wai ultima da bashar min da ni be min ti kilas ko zo kan ne yalla malin da kun ya tin shin shamwa ma da fiel pam toujours ya pam yo toujours ya pam ama kafirma da lankani Government lang karma din cheka to belaganda tanda mi tapshem government da bienla hala jesu ama government ku bienma yen lagam ka government na kinala wala ama dalanka tanda mi mane sunna tanda ka be na sakasar la sam kadis ama pumpo dalanka la tenshi to mi sheba kabitani sulu kabije kabije kala ba man kala nan ma kada kwamba kala nan ba ma am bur ban shaho den ka ko ha so yi ban ya so ke ma bihe bin zama ya le tale am ya tan la kan shi ma tan ko la kan shi ma shebel bana shin la kan kan ye ne bon alhamdulillah na wono pakto so ma Mbian tam ka ye ben pang ben man ka lagam wa de ta lagam italam bom because yan lagan ni rube jile ka sahan ya male de poya lagran dimbe ni tanan kana de pula mare tamna de sahana ba pa zonga tap no me na Bakpem yiti te fila kana ba Pishigu-Lana di te fila na saka tana yele lagriya toga ne tombon ne tapson shem ka Dagbon male ka tishi gedi mina ka yele bi abia yanga ko yele mbal shepulu ne no kule ti chele ka te bi to barge ka be ne what the one that can get they told me my father was from that place Polo. Ma har nyone yi yara so me ko kana talga kena ko de nyona ha ka tu yu ko pa da kono talga ken ka bla mi wo yon so to na on ta an talla so la an se tan la an no The pala Damba Kondi Nyel. Damba Maka to lay some bull, Wille. Amadi Yella Lagan Shelton Yan Lagam. Bumbra, the Poil Dan Shelle, got a big poet, got a Yans poet. Dagbon Zampi, the Bumble camp won't be simi in Tana. Kayako. Jagan Governor Bamisu and Langala, Hashabana Kamanaka, and accident in Swell have never passed. The bonnet that Bumble camp won't be a volley camp. Yaratami, Durni Yarat. Shapuno camp. The bonnet that in Yege. Kayama. Bakatu Malsu Kurubla, Piesha Pulu, Sony and Polo Piano, Dodge Antish for Sani, Kabiot the Lanapo Lera Bihima. Then to a hand is your button Yelia. When she came, Kakatuma, Kabot no you daycare center, Kamasha Polo Benyanzana Bihina to Umsra, Jam, no young woman. But attend that you could be young Kamna, you check up your letter, come register, come on, Mabi. When you're at what time you're going to bump up the cheese on the lover, the shonte. Zalan Tale, Kambukata, and Mare, Jelaka. Who was one check on between number Yakaza, Jelaka, you to call him. The Metagamba, be what is Zala Jima. They were you to call any the Tony Chende. Wait, now I don't know Mangarawa. That's why I know Ben Shah, near Yimnan to Swankaran, the yellow Zalan Tale. Be Zalasan Kari, you didn't check on between Cham, Neria Bon number Shah. In this one now, Kayina and I am number Shah. I have been Yakachuan singing, Yan Love, and Biana, so I usually not Cham. Miss Aminam Champun, I just Punaka, what to Punga and Yanga, the Ply and Love Layama. Shah love Yanga, Canal and Champun and Champuma, and I've never put. But then you do your Piago, the Dagbon Piago. Dagbon. You know what you mean, but I got to Peter Gong. I never shaka jelly, Nimbuama be, I'm a Bisoy Borley, Carbolo, Bariakas are doing, come not to pee, I'm American and a control and love. Then so, yes, and like it, the me, some Malay yet to her. Never did it. Never did. But yet to cut today to womb. Moon the Dagbon the day, like a couple no years to miss the gabby, the patale, children Nabala. Zo Mazo, the 9 you look at Janata Bohan. When I had today, the MC in the year to her. Mamma, the Bandama, the government Michela. Then to Mabina, but empire when sharp. Chelia Catindir Fila got a year where I think I've been up in me, the Mocombasi at the Fila, I've been near to a shelter in Captain, the Queen, I've been in Bohama. I may be Karatama, Katamata Numbra, Capohanda. Then so, number and such a don't be shakana TV now. Kaya the Gamba Bembe Yana. Na fanum bembe yanga Buzum now check a number in Denny at a bank champone. Tease on to my couple of Tuma, when Tuma, but a Malay Vignale, the Mima Vignale, who's in the young and to Tuma, a cup to my cabin. Then so, Puro so camp, one come home to Minwaka Kanaki today. For a day, so come the another poor man, the time and Sarga, North West Sarga, MP, Chicago, day. Now, paɣaya ni bɛ zaa ni chɛ bɛ tuma ka kana pe yi mini chaagi nyɛli a ku yɛn kpe plane na kana de yaŋa n-ti ʒini hali yaŋa ba a yi na kuli kana ka chaagi tuma ka gaa ti ʒini di gba nyɛla yɛla n nan puhiri yaba Andani o gba ni chɛ binshɛɣu kam ka kana ni o ti pahi ka ʒii ŋɔ ʒini ka di nyɛ de ʒimaŋli din zuɣu bin yi New York na bin yi Virginia na bin yi Polo na ti paɣaya ni sokam ni de n kana ti de n ʒindi kpɛŋɔ na anti na
Dagbon maa ti bahali mi man nyɛ number one man nyɛ the first one man nyɛ the two this all inshallah by next year by you shouldn't can you shouldn't you pan shouldn't you know now on got for the Damba shouldn't can and the ban let the liab giza inshallah liab go with the liab so challenge you like challenge you to na something history the take she woman the handshake coming to she woman the yellow shishale den yɛn ta afaan na pam kana afaan ma kada ngala pilgo mbelama demi ko to la hisma dit yɛn sabe regional minister o yul ne biar furi to min kana antu do to kutubu ka ta shalek na fiya shalwa yan zam titi na woni zomo nan bo ka to nasara ko to ko ta bang de yalla
amule Bakpem Kari-Naa Damba Pishigu-Lana North America Dagbon Honorable MP for Salaga North Nyab Mabi Mpurnama Tabi Mene Utuzobi Among the so comes Assalamu alaikum. The Nomanya Sampam me cannot in the Shamama until 2021. You remember what is Hangalan beyond the tragedy. تكلم هذا وطاقي تنجي شمو أما نبدأ تريبا نرى كلي نازم الشهر أول يوم اليوم بعمي دبان بيكي كمي تبشي أما زوني كانت يشمو منا تأتي باينا تون وما كيرجع Perla tenang ya tuashamu, Ishara na dua tu kuliah. Ishara mana ni samjala, tidak lepas yang. Tapi afun zo, phone zo, television nama, the radio stations. Balik terus antar mawai, kamu tanya lalu sana. Tuan barang yang ringan ni samaila, yasherna. Ayu tenshana ila susomna susomni yerzo kaina rezo uma bukata pam tensanta mauma zahami tiyen ko tabsha tiyen tabsha yeto kunyara yeto apufu kale mai afani tibu zahabu don aikana tilihi gwamnati tuma da yara bishatan kanna don fi zanzare da su zan bude da sun zanti da gwamshin abin fi zanzare in tuwo kandina da lebrin ya sharon bala in kamuna nan tinya amfani sharin biki amfani sharin don da to ga hamsan kuliyama a yanzu ti amfani sharin don bi ta mabi na shirna so
niŋ shɛli kam zaaha kpe ka di bi nyaɣasi yiŋ polo di saadi wuya ni wahala yɔli ka ti ti maa Dagbon ni yɛma ka fa na Bakpem yɛla ni zɔŋ yɛli ni o bia ka shitaan mooni na di su ni o daŋna ka shitaan kahali na ka di ku tooi ti mini yi shɛba pam yuuya kpe o yi mɛ ni yuu kpe maa di bi niŋ ka ti mini ya ti niŋ ban be yɛm mini ban be kpe ka ti pɔha yoori taba di zuɣu binshɛɣu m-beni silisigu bela ti mini ya sunsuuni di zuɣu ti yi kani na ŋɔ ti yi di alizama ti yi laɣindi ŋɔ ti yi che ka lala silisigu shɛli din beni maa ka di yira lala silisigu maa yi ka che ti a nya ka suhudoo labina ka ti zaaha bukata malibu nyɛ shɛli ka ti zaŋ li zaŋ ku a yi lihi yin pumpɔŋɔ suhudoo be yiŋa suhudoo beni zaaha mi binshɛɣu din daa muɣisiri ti pumpɔŋɔ a ku nyɛ di daa laamba laamba shɛli din be pumpɔŋɔ nyɛla ti zaaha bɔrila ti yɛm shɛm ka nangbani yin beni Dagbon nyɛla Dagbana Dagbon nyɛla o mabia Dagbon mabia ti zaŋ shɛli bahi tooni bala pumpɔŋɔ ti mi zaŋ li mi bahi ni ti zaŋ bo lɛbigisi ni zaŋ ti a Bakpem mini a Bakpem bɔŋɔ we say the frequency at which we are meeting these days is unprecedented. Tell long the sham bara katon jina the cathedral. Do you come cathedral to Nantogma? The Balia Bella can you tosh another Dagbon? Ta Sani, Command Repositioning Yaga. The Dagbon said, Didi, come on, you might tap. Don't get more. The island you might tell him, Garmoa, and you come on Dagbon. Sudu Kana. Sudu Manyanga Bokatia Zalem. The Simpson is on the bottom. Zalabunya Benson. Sudu Kalas Man and I check out the two Titi to down find the Shelley. Tremonte Bima. $10 Bishaba. Chileka Bima. Ti amfani shatan mutuki zo ne kana tin yin na shano da tuma sudu kan ya kamantin zan shalbar tin yamma da bike ba zo yan bume ka paya ayani pushamma simsim ne gobe dara kana lasiya ina yalma ne nan bai da dale punya Damba ma woda ba bage kan ku yi pille biara I'm here to show you the shock company then starting modesty. Something I remember. So my mother Tama, think connection with the Bandai and Canada on program Ragasia, Ramat Zahami, visa issues. The two checker in the Gamu Body Kali Shalma at Zahato Kana. But the two looks man is on Parapo. The Yanka Yuna, Titi and Kana at Gassi. I lay your Yampulu Zawazawalan Kana. Tulashi Kawumbe, Tian Tulato, Tian Namo, Tulumbe. Rameti and Yabusim Kana Losha Pulu. Peace the Bishop, Sudo. A Sudo Ibiani, Bolipala. The many that's also the economic situation by the Ribu Fiela. Mama, the global issues in there. Dunia's Zahaya to Anya. Jayan become the Tapsituba. But the Tapsitoma, Bulakatian, Carabali Yampu. She is a hazard to Palazia Bentava. Kan ya tinya masha kalala amfani shar jala janin bikawa har da lama kan labyama bisa har gana yi kulli ne katabon da nisu karbal da betu nuni zairo kam tin yi siyar ma tin ya ka tsayi la bo wani yana the northern region. So do la ba sheldon biya so biya la ba sheldon biya kaye zanti di pa shele yimbe tuma yiri blam ni yom polo biya. The northern region, Trani ka northern region Galsipa, Zumo, Savannah region, the northern region Puni, ka northeast region, Kari northern region Puni, Kache northern region, Kari the original northern region. Ali northern region, the 16 administrative districts perform. 16. The last 16 administrative districts, man. The 13 administrative districts can be northern region. But Ami Sham Hankal to Lamani 13 administrative districts in the northern region. Karinya Dagbon Social. Then Yana Sulin Sambala. Those I 13, 16 for the 3 bala. The Sahabaka Sonia yet to the northern region, the Bao, the Paletta Bao region. Poleta Kayala. 2 districts. Yalanami. Mizahamin Dayana, Tuzoni, Mantambo. There's a way for where you met Anya to Zola Zonsa and Sushalma Pai. Banani. Ma it was a canava to Magafa, dear Kutuna. The tuna. Bisa don't think na number maza yeto ayinka zahia but yini the sokasonya yati the northern region the yisiaza no ready for an accelerated development but the yirati uzoya suya no mabi Bakpem be minutes zobi chale kati hankal labzun they got to put investment opportunities. Number young. They got to table bien. Team table. Tena kumbati ya nisham kati hucha tu. Tena mbambe government pumi. Tizan zalshangazan zalzale. Kanya bishabi ya som te. Yembe tuma de pasha de pambiani e ibumile. Tumale Bishop government in only 1 district, 1 factory. The Yala to know that Tumalatamaha, let it Zobimiti, Mabibambi, diaspora. Buntu Mbi buy it to a shelling. The Yankuna Karaza, the Yala, Zella Fear and Bakam, Ayil be Malbu. The factories. That is answer come this week come coupon the Malsa. The Yancheka the Topo to Robin to be number 2 money. At the Mamma that the women, the Mamma near Mali Shelly, don't watch Shelly to Malco to Bugata, Gargansi. There's only 1 district, 1 factory program. Government in Mala component Shelly, government in the Sonda. I see machines come on, Benshadi. Machine shadi and not too much woman pana. I'm a waiver. A government teacher. I don't pana. I didn't hear a tax. So I'm $1 money. Come on $10 carry and your tax. So I will come on $5. Be them to pay $5. This was government in all of the checker. That the one who could check. We cannot establish processing and manufacturing companies. We are not cutting my mother calling your temple shana, the Puzu shana, and to Tozali, to Toliabgami. Add the value to the product. And here I had years on Mokwasam Bani, Karabashati and Yarapuni, Karabatapsa. The Malay Northern Development Authority. The Northern Development Authority, man. The Malay 5 regions in the Northern Development Authority, man. Northern region. Northeast region, Savannah region, Upper East region, the Upper West region, then constitute the component of the Northern Development Authority. But Tumanyela, Northern Development Authority, Tumanyela, Tenle Hermanetinya Nusha, Don't tea love the young people who won't let that for. That is a hundred. Then a mantawa. There's what tea love na. Dulma polo. The same to Bambal and Bayini. The land and Bayi shouting and Bama, they yet check out his under the development shouting water. Is uncountable. There's a Northern Development Authority. Kamazuo 2 weeks ago. There are a summit. The Langu Tamale. We collect other 4 regional ministers, the Zarabi development agencies, missions, British High Commissioner, the US Ambassador, France Ambassador, Dra Garcia, how UN representatives, resident representatives, Bizarre World Food Program, and so many other agencies. Bizarre the Langumapu. Kabza Kanatijini, yet the Northern Agenda. Which other bagi Akupina, Bobi, Zahala to Duzosa, Bolgamini, Wa. There are the Zahara Zant, Zaha programs in the Shelley, Zamsomna. The Lally, a document. Tatina document man. Micheka a copy. Bagi Alhaji Mahamaro. Mukamza Hamal Bukata. Alala copy marker, Anito Deal and Lehi. I Lehi the Puni. I know what the Northern Agenda is. This are a baby John. Kabukata Malbu, Kababon, young Bukata Malbu. Ambang Abani and Misha. Mtuai. Kasonsen Bay. Northern Agenda Malbu. A bay, the bay Minty Yansi. Dubai is now. To you, Libiani. Don't think about the man. To you, Kunyai. You may really bring Yai. Bontity that family. That is our home, the Martin Luther. Is our home, John F. Kennedy. Is our home, the UMR Garcia. That is the hand you bring here to Ashazel. Umboar Mina. Johnny, or can be said on Tia by year. Don't say as I shall take here. The Catishini. The killing woman was open period to Ashawan. Kat Zanle and Sonti. Zahamini Adu Sama Pulu. Come here to do. To Guam. Atum Kwama. Ulakatia Nompal and add value to our agri products. The check up Johnny. The bases on the Keda. I'm not unfunded. Didn't Mazana. Tasha, this is in the bit of woman. At Sunday, but a development shelter Burma for our communities. You talk about Panyami, there are Canada Yali, Tradi Firapira, Rajinya Mujimani. Yali sanitation, there are Canada mantra, Nayela sanitation fest. Yeti Pantumaka Sapta Piani. Durte. Into the normal environment, the Villa, the Danya Bayis, and the Training Kabi, as far as I am Kolai or somebody. Kapabo Koldundo, Equal Lancy Katumere, and me. Zauna Kulginda, I could Nazaun, I mean, I could not, unlike for somebody. Because I check it and ban small pony. Something I get done. Sumo. Saptakani. Bolete Karakani. I need to come here, rubber, plastics. The Jassio. So, Karate Furabia, and I bound him. Tini to your waste management companies, but not to recycle to waste Sheraton generator. The non something. It's a little as a weapon. The number Zanya la Bishadi and something. That he wondered is on TV. Yes, and let you Kapuka Pai. I am the moon comes a humbly 1 year shy. Don't pay a bull, youngest. Now, you see, can you regional minister? Can you give from the shall I get to Puhayu of Taba? yuri taba tun to zan taba zan zallo sharpulu tun da wani da tuntuni amfani a ta san da wuri taba a ta zahati amfani tarsani kuke ka pam da yanka mutuwati a tutu kanamu da tumini ta jiri alzan sharmu wannan abarkanin shi gobe na wanda ya halaye na wani constantly na wani cika yuna TTN number, in a bigger hall than this, or even in an open space. Don't the dominant kutoke kupunezo. The government is so here. America has 50 states. We partially 2 states Congo representation for New Jersey, New York. My yema, the Bambi they shall come. Ipoha yuri taba. The patale, how do you go para New Jersey here nondale? Kanya dia rotator me. Ipoha karanam dia cheka dia vle kantitu. Kanya ro pamti afan shari. Dembi dala jibo mate to pulu. Punya kapapam yuntu masalah sharuma. Lawan na berkami jina pun. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Yang buat latile. Salga North MP, ko titi fila for 5 minutes.
Now this na Bakpem Kari-Naa na Pishigu-Lana, the regional minister of America, Dagbon to Urichi. From the bank college, Mabiuza and Bangini. Anola. Nita Alukabati Young Banda Muzunku one. Don't be young man. Looking at Tommy. The big champion called Bakuna, Kovaka Metal. Was open Lala Mwani. What Chantalam Bamboo, what in you? On the Azun Cham, or I come at the Pagi or Mabia. Man ba, winning your bar. Kayo lo yung nang nanggap tusa. Mano ba ang yulo? Yan mangli. Mani be yung mala yung zayong kuko. Ay yung kanama, yung dibala kasi na. Kayang bayan yung bano sila yung pita na atakan. Yung ba ang yulo, nung nasi yung pita na atakan, nung na ayoko sinong tabata. Manzungo yu piso po na hambala yam yin ko ka malaka biyon ka ta mapita na ta sama de lebe ni ati yongo ta terma tumbian ma tamala tundara Sani kana wo shi ti chang tu po yeso ko yosma ta chang tu po sa ti tundan ma bazang pai tundan yang katinya la kundongnya termana kundong kundong na ka kundong bai yoba kama bima ni kanama azang ti yongo za kpana ni yesa zang tu. Bami ti yongo za kpana mala besha aku garso ya ka bago moy. Do kenda yele mi ka kutu ti sa mi kan. Ayelo. Bi kuji abira kundong kutwala bani no kufungo no. Kablo ba mama to bani on yu shama. Di payang kanama. Dinye yo bana babu mabi bangan tebo to. Tinama ni ye to aka yundani ne shama. Ale hiram ba. Ayam pitana telefoni. Al pizayene. Katna kapanga. Kana lan yedam silamna. Kana sonti. Kablo ba yung ba isi akan ni tam tiyo ni. No yam pitana tama ne ba yu ko para. Pumpo ma da yin ba me ni dinan yadda ne no ku go mun bi ne ko yam pa do ba mun yo mara bla pa ni yo ba kana ti ya ko do ne yan ma ne ba na karama o ba da kan ka chen la pa yan ko ka ro ti da tra mai yusera ko tai ni ma kana na la min wa ni ba ono tie yu ka kundungu ka wala ko pun betaba kalan kana no tela ba to ko betaba kana ka yobara zongo mabi ka ba malgi na yilma kana dandalma bara lan jumu ale ko lam kuna yana ne batanga to o bana kalang ko ko no pa ya kale na nya Dagbon Zaha 5 Northern Region Tumbama, the Zanya Zayini. Dagbon Million, Sumang Yasa, a Shao, Canarli, Dasatibian. My dear Indian Chomoma, take care of Payana laughing with the Tisupian. The truth is on Titia, the one Kurabia to show. I shall pull the two. Atam de yala kay yukuna ntukum maka dinin dinyare an kana jongo tba hankal shale zan kuna antum male kace jongo muna kundung yamba da mala zakwa an na ba kan ba
Sham yam tele tu inja sana tu biya and dunia zuyo na wani yuse tu dunia ni Ama garba yin
yi ti zaŋ o nyɛvuli n zaŋ pa talima ni ti yɛn niŋ shɛm ka a tingbani ka di chaŋ tooni a ʒi so pahi o zuɣu ka wala ka booni maa silimiinsi yɛli maa the greatness is only achieved when you use what God has given to you to affect the life of people. And that is what this man has done for his entire life. At this point, wala te na Pishigu-Lana ko le kana te fila shell on kana on. Because la fila ma dan to na Ghana. Because of la Ghana Tony tamal Tony chende. No kana America.
Alhamdulillah, Bakpem Kari-Naa, the Honorable Regional Minister. Nantogma, Mama North America Dagbon, Nyab Andani, Nyab Think Bankul Prison, Juma, Juna, Alhaji Mama, Osman, Shituya. Tell can have some open Mama Damba, Idibia, Alhassan, John Dina Mazway. So I have to be very careful.
Look, I have to be. How many people are very comfortable with English? You're all very comfortable with English. And also Dagbon. So I will try and mix the two. But first and foremost, my presentation is a delegated presentation. I'm sure our Overlord, Yana Nabewa, has delegated His Royal Majesty Bakpem Kari-Naa to come and represent him here on this very auspicious occasion. So we are coming bearing the words of His Royal Majesty Nabewa. I am the chief of Pishigu and directly the son of Bakpem Kari-Naa. If Nabewa is looking for me, he has to go and find him from Bakpem Kari-Naa before they can find me. We also come with our most powerful political office bearer in the northern region, who is a regional minister. And we are fortunate that the regional minister is focused on the agenda that we have come to deliver here. He's also in the Damba, but bear that he's a political office holder, he's a representative of His Excellency the President in the region, and every development activity that we will want to do together will need his blessing and his hand-holding through the development process, because Ghana is a republic, Dagbon is a traditional area, so we are very much bound by the rules of the republic. So we are very grateful to have the regional minister here with us. And as for the leadership of North America, my own brother, Alhaji and all the organizers, I want to thank you very much for giving us this very important platform. I've met my own grandfather, Nyab, as he says. You just look into his face and you can see the face of our grandfathers. We are very grateful to have him alive. God bless him for us. I will come back to Dagbon in everything that I'm going to say. But I think it's here that our own Jeff Kennedy said, ask not what my country can do for me. Ask what I can do for my country. That's why we're here. For 70 plus years, first and foremost, let's say that God in His own wisdom chose us as the Dagboners. We are one particular ethnic group, and there are several ethnic groups in the world. Whether we like it or not, we're selected to be the Dagboners. Before we acquired everything else, before we became Muslims, before we became Christians, before we became any kind of profession, God chose us to be the Dagboners. There has to be a reason why God did that. And for us to grow together, for us to live together,
for us to build together and be part of a beautiful community of ethnicities, nations that God in His own wisdom has created. It's unfortunate, for about 70 years, we have been a very proud leader of the Northern Group, but we lost the way. As the regional minister has indicated, we have since come back on track. We have a king who is focused on bringing back the old glory of Dagbon. Is focused on bringing back the old glory of Dagbon. I always say that, let me say it in Dagbon to wait. Boble Yabanara. Boble Yabanara. Amanimo Yuno Yanara. Dekam. Boble Yabanara. Amanimo Yanara. Boble Chonsi Chon the land of Nirika. Do you understand it? So to wait in English is to say that the strength of the group never diminishes, but the strength of the individual will perish. We all know America is probably the most powerful nation on earth, but this nation has been building for over 200 years. Would you remember the individuals who put it together? They're all buried cold in the earth. We all know that America is the most powerful nation on earth. But the individuals who built it are gone. So we came to a point where, and again, as I said, if that collective is destroyed, no matter how strong you are as an individual, you always bow your head in shame. So we are here on a certificate of urgency. We are here on a certificate of urgency that we are rediscovering our roots, that it was not a mistake that the Almighty created us as the Gombes and gave us a common destiny. We could have gone out, and indeed God expected us to go out in all manner of ways to become everything that we wanted to become, but never to lose focus on our being the Gombes. So I think it's important that that urgency is established in our minds. And again, in Dagbon, we also say that Nyab was a bit. She said that even the fingernails on your fingers is part of the fact. So no Dagbomba anywhere in the world should feel inadequate to contribute to the rebuilding of Dagbon. We are all extremely, extremely important. And again we say, nobody younger kupi kole. That is to say that one finger cannot pick a stone. You need the entire hand with all the fingers to pick a stone. So to just re-emphasize that the rebuilding of Dagbon is not a singular responsibility of the Yana and his king, his Royal Majesty and the kings. It is the responsibility of every Dagbomba son and daughter, whichever part of the world you are. And it's appropriate that we have come to North America. Whether we like it or not, North America leads the world. And for those of you, the Dagbomba who have come and settled here in North America, we expect you to lead the renaissance of Dagbon. When you come back to your villages, you are like light. You are like light, lamps, and people are chasing to find you. Make your presence here felt at home. Make your presence here properly deliver what it is at home. So we are here basically to reignite the urgency for us to come together as a people, common destiny, harness all the skills and resources we have, bring it back to our motherland, rebuild this proud traditional area. We have very beautiful relationships. That's the Southern North MP. That's the Southern North MP. Typically, if we just say Southern North, somebody would think, oh, that's a Gonja. But the positioning of Dagbon has become so, I always say that Dagbon does not proximate to the Gombes. But whether we like it or not, because we are the majority, our conduct and behavior is extremely important in the revival and rejuvenation of Dagbon. So I just like to say that it's been a privilege to be here. Indeed, last year you did invite us, myself and His Royal Majesty Bakpem were making all the attempts to come just after COVID. visas and everything, but we did send a delegation here. But this year, we made it a point to be here. So I will just go very quickly through what we have achieved so far. So since His Majesty Nyab became the King of Dagbon, he has been extremely impatient in seeing to the unity of the people of Dagbon, re-establishing our kingship, and the first thing he did was to set up the Dagbon Constitutional Review Committee. We've had a 1930 constitution that governed or tried to govern our affairs, and we didn't make too much success. So the first was for him to set up a committee of very prominent chiefs to review the 1930 constitution. I'm happy to say, and I'm sure Bakpem Kari-Naa will emphasize that the revised constitution has passed through the Traditional Council. I'm sure the rank and file, the Gombers will have view of it, and I'm sure the writers will have a way to accommodate whatever views and additions that you will have to that constitution. The other committee he set up is the Dagbon History Committee. We are very proud people. Our written history and our kingship goes over 800 years, older than the Ashanti Kingdom. The Ashanti himself admits to that. But what have we made of over 800 years of being a very powerful kingdom, traditional kingdom? So again, His Majesty has put together a committee to put together this proud history so that we can remind ourselves and take inspiration from that. So we can also say that before we leave the earth, let's position Dagbon higher than we met it, not lower. The other most important committee is this Dagbon Development Committee that he has set up. So the Development Committee is about a holistic development of Dagbon. It's a holistic development of Dagbon. Chieftaincy those days, as we knew it, our chiefs were warriors. They made sure that they fought, conquered, and protected the lands for us, and gave people safe settlements for them to go about their economic activities. That was the role of the chief. Today, in a peaceful world, in a republic, that role is no longer there. His Majesty the Young has quickly found out that the next wars for us is to fight the wars of poverty, ignorance, disease, color, and all the issues that have brought all of you here. Because I believe if we had the conditions in North America, most of you would not be here. So His Majesty has come together to say, let us create a list, a modicum of development throughout. And that is to revive economic activity. We have very rich lands supplied with very good water resources, whether it's groundwater through rivers or underground water through wells and dams. We have the capacity to be the breadbasket of Ghana. We also have the capacity to put in agro-industries. We heard the regional minister talk about 1D, 1F, and all the things that we can do in the north. But most importantly, we used to be very good at school. Tamale Secondary School, and mentioned them, was one of the very best. These days, our educational standards have fallen so bad. You go, and it's because of all the years of neglect. Our schools, primary schools, are in a very bad shape. If you go to all of your villages, and I think I'm happy that everybody came from Zabzugu and without any excuses. If you go to some of the villages around Zabzugu, you will struggle to get, that kind of clean bottled water. So there is work to be done at home, and this development plan looks after every aspect of it. We're not writing this development plan for people to come from somewhere and dominate it. We want you people to come dominate it. I think one of the beauty about coming to North America, it teaches you so many things. Discipline of work, and most importantly, you build relationships. If you just came here to put in 14 hours, 18 hours of work for a few dollars, I don't think you've made it. I think you have to acquire something, relationships, whether with companies, whether with individuals, that you can build a formidable force and come back and lead this development activity. There's one other thing that we need to do, but this is the responsibility of the Gombers. We are a very proud 800-plus-year-old kingdom. And if you go today to Yendi to see where our king sits, I'm speaking on television, and I don't want to say what I want to say. But it requires us to actually let that palace reflect the status of our kingdom. I must say that is the number one biggest worry of His Majesty Diana. And that palace is not for now, Kari. That palace is for all the sons and daughters who are qualified, or at least the sons for now, to become Yana. We want to make it a globally recognizable residence of the King of Dagbon. So everybody who comes by will know that we are proud, resourceful people. That responsibility, we can't ask anybody else to come and do it. It is us who have to do it. At least the population census of Ghana, excluding those of you in the diaspora, probably puts us around 2+ million people. I'm sure the regional minister will know the numbers. If we add those of you in the diaspora, you're probably more than another 1 million people in North America, Europe, and everywhere else. So at least if we have 3 million Vumbes and we all contributing $100, we should build whatever palace we want. That is the number one word. We also heard the regional minister say that we have 16 administrative districts, 13 of which are within the Dagbon traditional area in the northern region. The traditional office that most of you, and I realize all of you, most people are from Yendi. Today, the traditional office where the chiefs used to meet is in rooms, complete rooms. We can't meet today. We meet in Tamale. We have to come to Tamale and a higher hotel for His Majesty to come and to pretend very powerful meetings. That is not tolerable. That is not tolerable. And I think our duty again is to ensure that we have a decent place to conduct our affairs. And I'm afraid even now some of the meetings that we hold are not sponsored and financed by the Dagbon people. It's financed by NGOs, non-governmental agencies who are interested in keeping the peace in Dagbon. We should step forward and take our own, at least traditional administration into our hands and put the resources together so that our traditional area can reflect who we are. So I think, for me, my duty here is to challenge you. As we come out to celebrate Damba, why are we celebrating Damba? The Ashantis don't celebrate Damba, they have something else. We are celebrating Damba because we are unique Dagbon people. That's what we have. Our grandfathers modeled for us. So we can't only come and play the plays of our grandfathers. Let's do the works of our grandfathers. You saw the drummers come here. What they were saying to us is the progress, what our ancestors achieved. The big thing is, what would we achieve? If their successors were going to be singing in 30, 40 years' time, what would they say about us? Would they still be talking about our ancestors 500 years ago, and we have done nothing? So can I once again appeal to you, the urgency, first and foremost, before anything else, you are Dagbon. Before you became a Christian, before you became a Muslim, before you became a doctor, before you became an engineer, before you became nurse, whatever it is, please, let's pull those resources together. Let's think about home. And sometimes it's not massive projects. We've all at least accounted not less than 10, 15 localities that we all come from. Even if you supply the 100 reading desks to your village, your village school, even if you have one law book, even if you send a few stethoscopes to the little clinic in your village, that's part of development. If you could get some old ambulance and send it to a village where a pregnant woman has to be put on a truck, a donkey truck, some kind of truck, or motorbike, you put a pregnant woman at the back of a motorbike to take to the delivery unit. God knows what you're putting this money for. These are the realities beyond Tamale. Those are the realities. So please, let's not forget home. Let us ensure that we've come here to acquire knowledge, we've come here to acquire skills, we've come here to look for money. Let it mean something back home. I would say that if knowledge was for you alone, it's worth nothing. But if knowledge and everything that you have was for the public, as I said, the strength of the public is never diminished, but your strength will diminish. let your block be part of that topic. Having said that, I just want to run through very quickly that, so this is the objectives of the Development Fund, and this I do under the auspices of Kari-Naa. There's a committee that sits to look at this. Kari-Naa, Yona, Bakpem late, and we have to all say a prayer for his soul. And Nyab is actually the chairman of this subcommittee, and Bakpem is part of the committee. It's quite a detailed, well-rounded committee of chiefs who have supervised this work. And also, we brought subject matter specialists who are the Gombes to work on this. Professor Ramatu, Hamza, and a whole lot of Professor Edie, I think he's in Canada. All of them actively participated in putting this document together. And they came several times before the Royal Majesties to present to them before the document was finally approved. And as I said, we have to now go and hand this document over to the Honorable Regional Minister to just take us through the ropes of governmental acceptance and also any kind of help we shall need within and outside of the Northern region. We need his support to do that. But once I'm here and I've shared this, I'm sure it can be made public to all of you. But it's not a speech. It's for you to recognize investment opportunities. And don't look at investment opportunities, what you can do. What kind of resources? You all live in North America. You know what the New York Stock Exchange does. It has the top 1,000 companies in the world. Those 1,000 companies are not owned by one person. So even if there's water, these PET bottles, I've seen people come from the north, from the south, to set up machines to do PET bottles. It doesn't cost you $100,000 to do a PET bottling plant, where you have natural spring of water. You plant the machine there, and you can do PET bottles and sell water. We bring water from Accra and Kumasi to sell in town in PET bottles. You can afford $100,000 to do that. 10 of you cannot afford $100,000. So I'm not doing a speech. I want you to recognize opportunities in this and to see wherever you can go and bring the resources. Please go and bring those resources. Let's develop them. So again, basically, as I said, let's go back to a strategic plan. Well, let's go to this. So this, we just put this slides together to say what you in the diaspora could do to help with development in Dagbon. What can you, the diasporans, do? So I think basically, water health literacy. In 2017, the Northern region ranked 7th out of 10 in terms of potable water. We didn't have, so only 3 regions were better than us in potable water. Everybody else was better than us in potable water. We just didn't have water in our villages and towns. Health, again, Northern region ranked either 8th or 9th out of 10 in health facilities. So I was just saying that you should bring the children home so that they will make them the Goombas. You can bring them back here and educate them. And my auntie reminded me that some people brought their children home and they died out of basic snake bites and treatable diseases. Let's improve the health facility. Because these children here have to be the Goombas. You can't leave them in North America and come back. Again, literacy. It's terrible. I mean, our pass rates, especially now in GSS, is just not right. So we have a lot of work to do in those areas. These are all very detailed paperwork, but I want you to come quickly. Poverty is still very rife in Dagbon. And those of you who come home, you recognize that, don't you? You recognize that. When you come home, you can literally see the poverty staring at you. It's tough. But please, little things that you can do can correct this. Yes. So the development gaps in Dagbon, the summary of it is high incidence of poverty, limited and developed water resources for household, livestock, low levels of irrigation, weak agricultural value systems. Can't you simply come and build simple storage barns when we harvest rice, we all have to rush and go and store it with or sell it to some Indian company called Avnash. If we just come and put a climate control storage, people can store their produce and be able to release it into the market when the price is right. You know what it is. You are in North America. This is where agriculture is taken to the highest level. Read about it, go find friends, and let's make a difference. Low technology adoption rates. Well, we have some very, very clever people in Tamale who can do, we call it Sakura. I was just talking to Professor Edie, who is an ICT specialist, that we should do a technology village. We can convert those clever boys into very good programmers who can change the world. So again, see some opportunities in this. Pressure on land use, and especially urban land. I think Kari-Naa and his people will be dealing with the issues of land and the way our chiefs, or we the chiefs, manage land. I'm sure you have a lot of issues on your minds around that. Very high unemployment, low literacy, low enrollment and completion rates of primary schools, low performance of secondary, low business establishments. So those of you who know Tamale, from that commercial arc around the Gupena's Palace, all the way to the old river, that's the commercial arc of, call it Dagbon, because Tamale is our commercial center, right? So that commercial arc contains about 70% of the economic activity in Dagbon. None of that, very few of that, in fact none, is owned by the Dagbon person that I know. And it's Alhaji Mohammed, they can confirm that for me. None is owned by the Dagbon person there. That whole commercial activity, all the way to Riboli. So please, don't come and work here forever. Come back and own a piece of the earth that God has given to you. And what are our strengths? As I said, we are over 800-year-old kingdom, so we have strength. We have a demography, our population, all put together, including the diaspora, should be sitting around 3 million. The population of Swaziland, which is a country that I know, is about 1.5 to 2 million people. So we could call ourselves a small country. What are we doing with that population? Geostrategic location, relatively better infrastructure to support investment. Well, the Tamale airport is now an international airport. We need to be putting hangars, dry and cold storage facilities, ground handling equipment. That area is a massive economic zone that is opening up. I don't see any of you interested in coming home to set up basic storage facilities, basic ground handling equipment. We want to do this 8 to 9 job, or I don't know. Our landmass is, as I said, it's easy for us to become the agri basket of Ghana. We need to take advantage of that. We have livestock, crops, we have rich culture and history. I think in terms of culture, even if we were just to focus on just culture, the Dagbon people have every drum bit. A drum bit for chiefs, a drum bit for women, a drum bit for young men, young girls. We have infinite cultural things that we can do. And if we just organize this, we could be making tons and tons of money out of it. And that has the greatest opportunity for employment. So our cultural issues will be looked at. And again, if we look at our society, even before the white man came, our society was already structured on trade lines. There was never an idle person in any Dagbon settlement. Tell me, everybody was either a butcher, you're either a blacksmith, or nobody was idle. All of us come from some kind of trade house. And you couldn't be a Wanzam and be a Machila at the same time. No, we're already sort of specialized. And we just needed to take it to another level. What happened to us? Well, and again, as I said, Dagbon, we are multi-ethnic. We have mixed, whether we like it or not. We are mixed with Kokumbes, we are mixed with Gonjas, we are mixed with Chekoses. We are now literally one, and we have to conduct ourselves so that we can continue to live in peace and pull together to develop the Dagbon. And I think these are very strong points that we have. So again, if we look at those of you in the diaspora, we wanted to be sure you have unique strengths that you can bring back. You are well educated, you have good work ethics, you've got good relationships. You've seen what good looks like. To what are you using what good looks like for? Is it just to drive around a beautiful city in New York or Jersey and come back to some rotten village? No. Let's do more than that. Let's do more than that. So I say that the Dagbon diaspora community around the world possesses additional strength that distinguishes the brother. So if you brought your external strength to the strength that we have with Dagbon, we will make progress. It's been very quick progress. I won't go through all these slides. Leveraging Dagbon, can we say transfer your skills to the development of Dagbon, lobbying and advocating for Dagbon development. I think our own chief tells me he's running probably one of the most powerful NGOs on child care. The biggest problem we have down in Tamale is child care. There's a huge problem, you should know that, in child and especially the youth. We need people to begin to reorient our youth. And you have the skills. Trace and investment for impactful initiatives. Promote ties between Dagbon and host countries. Promote ties between Dagbon and host countries. Please ask not what Dagbon can do for you. Ask what you can do for Dagbon. You are here and you know very good people that you've worked with, either in colleges or at your place of work. Please raise your hand and tell them, you know what? The area I come from, we need help. And put together programs. Even if you don't know how to put it together, say it. We'll send you a program. Tell us where your village is. We'll go and put a program together and bring it so that you can position it properly and get funding. So you can come back and change lives. Promote ties between Dagbon and host countries. Natural resource mobilization. As I said, we are looking to you to also contribute towards at least the redevelopment of the Yoa Palace and the Dagbon Traditional Council. And then financial resources, mobilization, impactful development. So you have all of it. So I think for us, I've left these presentations with organizers. There's the Dagbon Traditioning, the Dagbon Strategic Plan. It's a very comprehensive plan that covers every aspect of development. This one is very specific for how we as the Dagbon people should come together to develop Dagbon. So having said what I want to say in English, as I said, just this too. I'll be very happy. Until 4 or 5 years ago, I changed the book as long as for 50. I don't know what you check a solution of Maria. Nika Maria. The rest of my job. Don't want to continue Bansalo. I could know somebody in your Bansalo. But Maria. So Bansalo come and say it's a problem for them. They have to come close to you to know that you're a medical doctor and you're a nuclear physicist. But just by looking at you, you're a problem. Isn't it? So then you salute your answer. Salute your answer. Generally, we haven't done well for ourselves. So therefore, the fact that you are a nuclear scientist and you're black, you have to really make an effort to be identified. But even that, you look like a very weird exception. So let's always remember, look at the TV. Dagbon ya yet is a higher. In Kamaya, Karapo is on the bank at the Bangu ya. Can hear a name and the man. I'm Dagbon, you chop, tis a high chop. Dagbon me Malia, Hal Ikea, Dinya Bazwan. Baker. There's a Pame Maka, tis a simple. Take her to what artificial man, the Bansim Shelman, Jericho, the W. Bishop to Doro, my Chilakati. Make a chair about Bakpem, Chilakati Bambi and Nation, or Bayina.
kato kana te kara kami ne na won zama tumbar ma ni baba kana yona da wuti baba kana duro da wuti ya the immigrants. You know, God has given us a piece of land which is our own, so let's make sure it is our own. So having said all of that, I know that my father, the Bakpem will praise the will deliver the full message from His Royal Majesty the Ghana. And I want to thank you again for the opportunity. And I'm available for questions. I'll be here till the 17th. I'm so happy to meet those of you who think you have specific ideas, programs that you want to develop, and I'll take it back. We have a very good team that is looking through these programs and can point you in the right direction. Thank you very much.